At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the high point of this evening's function. We have come at this time to honor a distinguished nurse educator. The honoree has excelled in her chosen career and has made significant contributions in the delivery of nursing care in the islands of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and Martinique. Her many contributions have been well documented in your program. She became the first Grenadian national to be appointed to the highest executive position as Chief Nursing Officer, a position she held until retirement. I understood, however, that for her the most challenging and rewarding position was that of nurse educator, when charged with the responsibility to develop student nurses in becoming proficient practitioners. She humbly accepted the position and set her goals, not only to develop nurses, but to develop stars. She created and maintained an environment where knowledge was imparted without reservations, where students were encouraged and inspired to achieve their fullest potential, and learning became evident. And I now ask all members of the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and Martinique Nurses Association to please stand. Wherever you are, please stand and remain standing for the camera. This is your night. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the high point of this evening's function. We have come at this time to honor a distinguished nurse educator. The honoree has excelled in her chosen career and has made significant contributions in the delivery of nursing care in the islands of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and Martinique. Her many contributions have been well documented in your program. She became the first Grenadian national to be appointed to the highest executive position as Chief Nursing Officer, a position she held until retirement. I understood, however, that for her the most challenging and rewarding position was that of nurse educator, when charged with the responsibility to develop student nurses in becoming proficient practitioners. She humbly accepted the position and set her goals, not only to develop nurses, but to develop stars. She created and maintained an environment where knowledge was imparted without reservations, where students were encouraged and inspired to achieve their fullest potential, and learning became evident. And I now ask all members of the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and Martinique Nurses Association to please stand. Wherever you are, please stand and remain standing for the camera. This is your night. Please come forward. May I ask Ms. Doreen Alexander to please come forward. Jocelyn Alexander, Rosalind Bain, Imelda Cox, Delcia Felix, Josephine Frazier, Wilma Friday, Rita Giddens, Elma Gilliam, Florence Hayes, Laura Jordan, Aurora Jones, Claudia Latouche, Bernice Mark, Joyce Maitland, Doreen Nixon, Phyllis Otway, Sylvia O'Cillian, Felicia Peer, Denise Robinson, Catherine Ruffin, Yvonne Redhead, Camellia Simon of Simeon, Clementina Vincent, and Diana Williams. Some are absent tonight. Give them a round of applause. I will now ask all nurses in the audience who were trained in Grenada within the year 1953 and 1968 to please stand and come forward. Come on, this is your night. You've been hiding, not becoming members. Come on. We have room for you tonight. And remember to read the back of your program and know our address. What? Getting the pictures? Are we getting some pictures? Still more to come? Yes. Now we'll ask all of the nurses who were trained in Grenada, the Grenada School of Nursing, to please join us. Please cheer them on. It seems like they have something to hide. Come on. Oh, we thank you all so very much. I didn't know we had so many hidden members. May I also make a very, very special thanks, very, very special announcement to ask all husbands, children, brothers, sisters, relatives, no matter what, friends, acquaintances, to please stand in the honor of these women.
I ain't qualified, I ain't no husband.
They must have touched your lives. Come on. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, standing. It is now my proudest moment to present our honoree, our very own, Mrs. Monica CLYNE. Will you please join your students and some of the people you have supervised along the way? Please join them. They all have stories to tell you, you know. Mrs. CLYNE, would you please remain where you are? Because we want everyone to see what's going on. To present the Distinguished Nurse Educator Award is Miss Bernice Mark. Bernice?
Monica Agnes CLYNE, Lee Monroe, is from Bendham, St. George's, Grenada. She is the daughter of Benjamin and Winifred Monroe, both deceased. Monica CLYNE attended the prestigious St. Joseph's Convent High School, St. George's, and graduated with the Cambridge University Senior Certificate in 1937. In that year, she joined the teaching staff of BLEU Roman Catholic School. 5 years later, she registered at the School of Nursing, Colony Hospital, Grenada. So outstanding was she as a student nurse that she was awarded a Grenada government scholarship to advance her studies in the United Kingdom. Accordingly, Monica graduated variously from Fulham General Hospital, St. Mary's Islington Hospital, the Royal College of Nursing London, Queen's District Nursing of Victoria Institute, and the Royal College of Nursing, Edinburgh, Scotland. It would be difficult to find someone who has done so much to improve health care in Grenada as Monica Agnes CLYNE. In 1951, she was appointed nursing superintendent, the first black woman, Grenadian born, to be thus honored. She lobbied successfully the Grenada government to establish the preliminary nursing training school at the Colony Hospital and to enact laws statutorizing nursing certification. Public health, neonatal, and postnatal clinics came to Grenada thanks to Monica Agnes CLYNE. Before she assumed the post of nursing superintendent, Grenada had no organized immunization program. There was no compilation of medical statistics, no seminars, and no workshops for nurses and other healthcare personnel, and no healthcare for other personnel. Monica was married to distinguished attorney and politician, the late Attorney George CLYNE. The marriage yielded 4 children: Attorney Sylvia CLYNE Edwards, Doctors Louis and Anne CLYNE, and artist George Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to make this presentation to Monica Agnes CLYNE. The plaque reads, the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETIT Nurses Association presents its Professional Service Award to Monica Agnes CLYNE, SRN, SCM, HV, QIDNS, SPC, for her outstanding contribution to healthcare in Grenada, West Indies. Wilma Friday, President, December 1991.
Thank you. Mistress of Ceremonies, Madam President, Mrs. Pursu, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, this is one of the happiest days of my life. Do you know it could have been a casket you all were talking over? I am so happy and proud to have the privilege and honor to hear from you the thank you which I could hear and I could see you. And I will always have that plaque honored in my house, in my Hall of Fame. It is such a pleasure for me to see all of you nurses. Some of you I have not seen in years. And I am very happy that not only you have made a contribution to nursing, as is evident here tonight, but that you have made a success of your lives with your families. I've even met sons, and one son proudly told me that he's proud of me. He heard his mother say that I taught her. Do you know, living a life, a career is a good thing, but it shouldn't be a duel with family. It should be a duet. Your family and your career in harmony. And that is how I see it here. Most of you with your husbands and your children. And that has made me very happy, because I have my children who are now the source of my joy, and my grandchildren. In the 46 years of nursing, I'm 72. I was 72 last year. And in those 46 years of nursing, I think I could pass on a few tips to you. Education for our people is a must. And those of us who are privileged to be in administrative positions, in teaching positions, or in clinical positions, must never spare our knowledge, but pass it on and guide the students who are coming to make them the professionals that you are. Share all your knowledge with people. I am still sharing my knowledge, even in my home life. I keep telling the maid, wash your hands, every time she... And I was privileged to hear her tell my little grandchild, no, wash your hands. And that made me happy. So share your knowledge. And there are other points that I could raise too. And well, there's so many of them that I could pass on to you. But the thing is that you should be happy in your lives. You should be happy in your work. You must make your colleagues happy. You must make your student nurses happy. And be a teacher. It doesn't matter which field you're in, you're always a teacher. You're teaching health. Keep the patient out of the hospital. You want to be happy? Keep the patient out of the hospital so that you become a health teacher at all times. And I am very happy that I have lived to see tonight when all of you make me so happy. I've come a long way from Grenada just for that. It is worth every little bit of it, just to see all of you and to be with you for this moment. And I thank you. The Queen has honored me with a member of the British Empire, but I feel this honor more. I feel the recognition of my fellow nurses more. This is one of the happiest days of my life. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I've been asked to tell you what these letters are. SRN, State Registered Nurse. I was trained in England, Fulham Hospital. SCM, State Certified Midwife. I got that at the Chelsea, the hospital where the Queen Princess D had a baby. HV, I'm a health visitor, trained in the Royal College of Nursing in England. QIDNS, I'm a trained nurse of the district nurse of the Queen Victoria Institute. And this is perhaps one of the most important training that I took, because I learned there the art of lifting and looking after the patient in the home. And that was very beneficial to me in nursing in Grenada. And SPC, this is for my teaching. The course of nurse tutor was with the Royal College of Nursing Scotland and the University of Edinburgh. And that's it.
Mrs. Clyne, this is a small token of appreciation from the Grenada, CARRIACOU and PETIT Nurses Association to you. We are happy to have you.
Madam President, would you come forward, please? Okay. Our president is so hardworking, so supportive, so warm, that we could not leave her out without making a presentation here tonight. Wilma, this is from us, your colleagues. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you all. And before we finish giving Mrs. Clyne all this accolade, I would just like to say to her, in the presence of all of you, that she is an honorary member of the Grenada, CARRIACOU and PETIT Nurses Association for life.
And I'm going to make it for a long time.
Thank you all very, very much. It is so warm tonight. At this time, we'll now have a proclamation from the President of the City Council of New York, Andy Stein. To present the proclamation is Mistress Caroline Saunders. Ms. Saunders.
To the President, Mrs. Friday, to the Mistress of Ceremony, to the distinguished dais, and the most precious person I've met yet so far is Mrs. Clyne. Congratulations. To the honorees, to you also, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I'm Carolyn Sanders, and I'm the Special Assistant to the City Council President for all of Brooklyn. It's indeed a pleasure to present the proclamation this evening. As you said, good night. And it reads as follows. Office of the Council President, City of New York. Whereas the City of New York is known for the quality of highly trained medical professionals. These professionals labor intensely to ensure that the public receive the finest level of care. In the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETIT Martinique Nurses Associations, we have an exemplary group of nursing professionals who have dedicated their lives to improving the health of others. In recognition of the fine work performed by CARRIACOU, I commend its membership and take great pleasure in presenting this proclamation. Now therefore, by the power vested in me as President of the City Council of New York, I, Andrew Stein, do hereby proclaim Friday, December 13, 1991, as the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETIT Martinique Day in the City of New York. Thank you.
This is truly a very extraordinary recognition. will you please convey to Mr. Andy Stein that this proclamation will be cherished by the membership and will be documented in our history book. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fast approaching the end. I know you want to get on the floor, dance. The vote of thanks is now due. My colleague, Ms. Doreen Alexander, will bring the vote of thanks. Doreen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Monica CLYNE, our most distinguished guest, to all other honored guests, and to all of you who have made tonight such a wonderful night for the Grenada Nurses Association, I say thank you on behalf of the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETIT Nurses Association. Since it is also the Christmas or festive season, I would like to wish each and every one of you a happy holiday and best of health and happiness for 1992. And we are looking forward to seeing you in 1992. I also wish you a safe journey home. Thank you and have an enjoyable rest of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we close, the Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETIT Nurses Association will like to declare that we will proudly record the events of this momentous occasion as one of our historical milestones. And maybe someday you will be able to view and to read some of our accomplishments as we put together our history book. Thank you all once again for coming. Without your support, we couldn't be here tonight. Have fun.
All right.